Hey everybody, Ian here with Wayfarer Vans, and we're sitting with Mike. And,
hey guys.
We're sharing a little bit of beer with Mike, and then also one of our favorite spots. We think it's paradise, a little slice of heaven out here. Lots of mountain biking, hiking, fishing, kayaking, water sports, you name it. It's Sunday night, and we're playing a little bit of hooky. We might be late to work tomorrow morning, but it's worth it for these views and hanging out with Mike. And you know, he's only here for a short period of time, so we wanted to share with him a really cool camp spot and just get to know him a little bit more. And yeah, so Mike, where are you from?
I'm from New Hampshire.
Okay. And what kind of inspired you to not just like a Wayfarer van, but just like to get a van and do this? Like, what's your background? What are you passionate about?
Yeah, I've always been an outdoor enthusiast, and over the last couple of years, you know, getting out of work, I can't tell you how many times I've changed into my mountain bike stuff in my driver's seat.
Yeah.
How many times I've had my wetsuit stuck around my elbows in 10-degree weather, and I'm like, where can I change? So it's been in the back of my mind, and you know, I just decided that, you know, life's all about experiences. So if I don't just pull the trigger and do it, you know, what am I working for?
And I think you mentioned that, you know, all right, you got this great real estate business going on right now, but you're gonna be using this as kind of like your mobile office because you can get back into surfing. Like, surfing's a passion of yours.
Yep.
But the accessibility to it is pretty difficult. Like,
right.
Like what you said, it's like
right. Well, I mean, I live in New Hampshire, so
right.
You know, there's, you know, a few months that it's warm and you still have to wear a wetsuit.
Yeah.
But the good waves are really on the shoulder seasons and in the winter. So the accessibility is a challenge.
Yeah.
If you don't have a place right there at the beach.
Right.
So this is, you know, like I told my wife, said I'm moving into the summer cottage, and you know, I might not move out for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to, you know, setting up the computer and Skyping into some meetings and really kind of pushing the limits on what is it like to work remotely and still be present and really productive. The waves are so fickle also that, you know, I have this vision of just sitting there and getting my work done, and then when you get that couple of hours where the swell is good
kind
and the tide's right,
you
just get out there and, you know, have more fluidity in the work day.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool.
We have some great mountain biking in the Northeast Kingdom in Vermont, so go up there and camp. The beach, so you know, really just, you know, it's just expanding my opportunities and like 10xing what I've been doing already.
Yeah. So it allows you to, I mean, sometimes we get some flack where it's like, oh, well, real camping's not, you know, real camping's done in a tent.
Right.
Or backpacking. It's like, yeah, we backpack too.
Yes.
And we tent camp a lot also.
Yeah. That's a big part of this is, you know, we have a lot of amazing hiking, but having that base camp that you can go up for a day or two and know you're coming back to this and you don't have to drive you know, the 2 hours back home. Yeah. You can really just like have a good meal, get a good night's sleep. And
you can settle into that spot too. We just recently had a like a member highlight, and it's on the website right now, where she was talking about, you know, she likes to go and explore around all like Grand Canyon and Canyonlands and like southern Utah. And she goes, there's really like no access to anything down there. I mean, you're backpacking, you're tent camping, but then if you just want a night's sleep, the nearest hotel room is super far away from the trailhead.
Right.
So she's saying, like, in her highlight, she's like, I would sometimes get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to check out of my hotel room to get to the to the trailhead by like 7 a.m. And she goes, but now it's like I get a full night's sleep. This is my base camp. You know, I can be at the trailhead, wake up, open the door, and just head out. And then she may actually like go backpacking for a night or two and then come back to her van.
Yeah, if being in the outdoors is your lifestyle, it's 100% a quality of life decision,
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all those things you're doing becomes a little more accessible, a little easier. You're going to do it more. You're going to be out, maybe get a little further out.
Yeah.
In fact, I bought a ski pass for next season, and it has one mountain that's really close to me, and 2 mountains that I wouldn't normally go to. But because I have this, I'll make that 3.5 hour drive and spend the weekend, you know, in the parking lot.
Is there any like primary reason why you chose Wayfarer Vans over another van builder?
Yeah, I looked at a lot of things, and for me, and the way I explain it best to people is, it was a decision about, do I want to live in my van or do I want to live out of my van?
Right. Yep.
Right, and I also had a hard time wrapping my mind around a vehicle that has a life expectancy, and putting plumbing in and putting an electrical system and just all the details that go into it.
Right.
And this, it just was so much simpler, like really clean, every feature that I want. And I think just the way the industry is, like, you know, getting electric, I get the, you know, Goal Zero back there. Right. It just makes it way simpler. Yeah. To not worry about all the.
We're going to build these things exactly like how you said. It's like, I want to live out of my van. I just don't want to live in my van.
Right.
So, you know, if it's crappy weather, then yeah, we'll be inside. You know, waiting that storm out, doing work, you know, waiting for the tide to come in to, you know, go surfing or whatever. Yeah. But most of the time it's like this. It's like, you know, the whole point is to be outside and away from the van even.
Today was amazing. I woke up this morning, it was snowing.
Yeah.
So I put my, you know, little Mr. Buddy heater on.
Yeah.
It was toasty in here, then the sun came out. Yeah, it's just super comfortable.
Yeah. Well, I hope you really enjoyed, you know, us being able to kind of show you around here, and
it's been great. One of my biggest challenges was coming all the way out here to Colorado Springs. Yeah. Picking up a van and then driving all the way across the plains and the part of the country that you kind of work through just to get to the Rockies. And so having, you know, 3 days where I could really just relax and get the van all set up and get moved in, and it's been great. And you know, you've been awesome to kind of share different tips and tricks and insights. So, you know, I'm not going it alone out here in Colorado. I have some good tried and true places.
Right. Well, that's, you know, where we're not going to have the opportunity to camp with every single person that comes to the shop, you know, but definitely those who, it's like, okay, like schedule some time to spend some time out here. And we want you to know that this is like the beginning of the adventurous time for you. If we're not following up and, you know, checking in with Mike and saying, hey, dude, how's the surfing been up in New Hampshire? Yep. Are you getting to work, you know, in your van? You know, that's what's really meaningful to us, and that we want to promise that to you, because, you know, as soon as you drive out our shop and you're like, well, now what? You know, now you drive out of our shop and then park like on the same block, and now you're like looking at, where do I camp tonight? Right. We've like failed you. If you have 3 or 4 days like Mike does to just, you know, burn in Colorado, we can send you a list of spots, places to eat, things to see, just things to do, and you know, we'll load up your email with links, you know, Google Map links, and so that you can go out there and like experience your van. And heck, we might be able to even meet you somewhere and go camping, and you know, show you little tips and tricks and pro hacks on what we do. And
it's been great. It's I just feel like it's, even as soon as I pulled the trigger and ordered the kit, right, and ordered the van, the whole community's been so welcoming and just like asking about, like, well, what are you getting? How are you doing? This is what I've done. Here's a picture. Send me pictures. And it's just been really, it's been kind of that community that I think I've really been yearning for. Yeah. And I knew that, you know, one way or another, I was gonna, you know, get the van and I was gonna create that around myself if I had to. Right. But it's just like pleasantly surprising that it's just like turnkey. You're in the community. Yep. You have this camaraderie. Right. You're sharing. You know, you have this, you know, sharing culture, and we all just get to kind of play off each other's adventures and just have bigger and better adventures for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's cool.
No, I love it. And if you guys haven't seen yet, there's actually a Wayfarer Vans fan page. Totally not our doing. It's organic. Other owners have started this, and it's a great forum to just bounce ideas off of people. Owners, if you don't own a van yet, just ask others ideas on there. Thomas Smith, who was like one of the founders of that fan page, he's got a beautiful ranch, like his house. He's opening up his house to other Wayfarer van owners up in, I think, just in the northern part of Utah, just below Wyoming.
Yep. And
from the photos that he's shared on the fan page, it's freaking gorgeous. It's really it's like really pretty.
That's awesome.
And he's like, come out here. It's private. Like, it's open to any Wayfarer van owner. And that is like really inspiring to me, because if we can develop even more of a community where you're traveling through St. Louis, it's like you don't want to, Walmart's kind of okay.
Walmart's not the first choice.
That's if there's like another Wayfarer van owner where he's like, hey, I got an extra spot on my driveway where you can just park for the night and you can use our shower in the morning. Oh man,
amazing. That's
like what we're really striving towards. And again, it's like where you buy your van, and now what do you do? Well, we want to develop that community where you buy your van, and now it's like, okay, this whole world opens up to you, where you can meet other people, talk about camping spots, and do this sort of thing.
Yep. You should try to do it like Tesla, every 300 miles in the country, a charging station.
Yeah.
Like every 300 miles, you have a Wayfarian like parking spot, and like someone that's opening their doors to someone. Yeah, I'll open up my driveway. Yeah, no
awesome.
problem.
All right, cool. Well, we won't share your address on this video.
Yeah, not yet.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. It's been a pleasure hanging out with Mike, showing him one of our favorite spots of many. And check out our fan page on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, whatever, or email us if you got questions about things. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and we're gonna catch the last bits of light here, enjoy our beers, maybe start a campfire. But yeah, thanks Mike. Cheers.
All right,
man.
cheers.